Cruising to Alaska does not mean dragging a 70-pound suitcase through the airport. In fact, heavy packing is one of the best ways to ruin a great vacation. And you might even throw your back out. As we get older, it is really important to recognize our changing needs as we travel, and cruising to Alaska is no different. So that's why today I am showing you my 7 essentials that we bring on an Alaska cruise. We've already been on 2, and guess what? We just booked 2 more. Can't wait. And I will definitely be bringing these 7 things. If you've just stumbled upon our channel, I'm Heather, and this is Paul. We're taking retirement on the road, the rails, and the waves. Welcome to the Freedom Strategy. And the first one might be one you haven't even thought of. An eye mask. Yes, as we age, quality sleep gets harder and harder to come by. And guess what? In Alaska, in their summertime, it's got like 18 or 19 or 20 hours of daylight each day. So unless you've booked an interior room, you might want to bring an eye mask so you at least have a shot at getting a good night's sleep. I will definitely be bringing this. And now that you've hopefully gotten a good night's sleep, you're going to want to go enjoy the great outdoors. And the most important thing is you want to keep warm. And how do you do that? Keep your core warm. You do not need to bring a big bulky parka or a fur coat. What really works is a layering system. And I do this all the time. So this is my base layer. It is a merino wool. I prefer unbound merino. It's super soft and thin. By the way, I will put links to all of the things I mentioned today in the description box below. So this is a merino wool long sleeved base layer. It's thin, it's soft, it packs down to nothing, and it's breathable so you don't feel like you're wearing a piece of plastic. And also, quite honestly, you can wear it for like 30 days in a row without even washing it, and because of the fabric, it won't even smell. I can't say I've actually tried 30 days, but I have gone a couple of weeks of wearing it frequently, and it is true. It really never smelled. It's pretty amazing. So once you have your base layer down, then if it's a little bit colder, which it probably will be colder than just wearing this, you're going to want to bring a very lightweight, packable, squishable puffer jacket. This one fits in this little tiny bag. Now, my puffer jacket, again, it weighs hardly anything. It is super, super comfortable, packs down to nothing, and anytime we go outside in Alaska, I just put it on, and it's great, and it's comfortable, and it weighs almost nothing. I know I've said that like 3 times, it weighs almost nothing, because it really weighs almost nothing. It has a high neck and a high collar to keep the back of my neck warm. But what if it's raining? That's where the 3rd layer of the core warmth system comes into play, and that is a rain shell. That's it. This is it. It's tiny. It fits in yet another tiny little bag. It actually weighs a little bit more than my puffer jacket. And all it is a thin, waterproof shell of a jacket that also has a hood. So if it's raining or sprinkling or damp and misty, as it might be in Alaska, then you just throw this on top. And I'm telling you, you're not all bulked up and feeling like the abominable snowman. You got these 3 little layers, and when you want to strip them off, that's all you do. So those 3 things are my next 3 core essentials: the merino wool base layer, the puffer jacket, and a very thin waterproof rain shell. And I'm telling you, you will be very warm and cozy if you have all 3 of these things. Now let's get on to my next essential, which, if you're lucky, you're going to have gorgeous weather on your Alaska trip. On the 2 we've taken, one of mine, it was spectacular, sunny, bright. You could see everything. The other, not so much, socked in by fog the entire time. I really hope that doesn't happen to you. But because of the sun, super important, sunglasses, polarized sunglasses. If you are looking at those glaciers and it's sunny, trust me, they are almost blinding. They are beautiful, but almost blinding. So you're going to want some sunglasses. And you really need moisturizing SPF face lotion. Again, as we get older, our skin changes. It gets a lot more dry. So moisturizer is a must. This is the kind, Tula, I think you say it, that I use all the time. And it's got SPF 50, but it's also super moisturizing, and I love it. So the air in Alaska can be a little bit brutal on our dry skin. So do make sure you pack some of that. So sun protection, a definite essential. Now let's talk about shoes, because this is where a lot of people way overpack. Here is what I bring for outdoor stuff. First of all, do bring yourself some warm wool socks that cover your ankles. You'll be glad you did. But mostly the shoes. As you can see, these are very well worn. Now, you don't need big, huge hiking boots unless you really plan on doing a lot of big trekking. But for walking around the towns and even some of your lighter excursions, even if you're going to be walking on glaciers, bring a pair of shoes. These have really grippy bottoms. They don't weigh very much. They are breathable, but they are water resistant. Now, a lot of people swear by waterproof shoes. I'm pretty sure Paul's shoes are waterproof. These are just water resistant, but in all honesty, I've never had a problem with them, and they also do dry fairly quickly. But that's all you need. You do not need big, huge hiking boots. Good walkable shoes that also have grippy bottoms. And then finally, again, this is an area where people overpack. I've got to get this jacket off because it's really hot. But where a lot of people overpack is for dinner attire. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't know is the dining on an Alaska cruise is very casual. In fact, it's probably the most casual of all the cruises that we have been on. And that is because people are out on excursions all day long. They get back, they don't want to get all fancy and dressed up. So what most people wear are very, very simple, like black stretchy pants or black pants like this, like a nice pair of black slacks, and then a few different tops to mix and match. I will also wear this to dinner. Even though it's my base layer, I'll wear it to dinner. Maybe put a cute little necklace with it or something like that. And also just bring a couple of little shawls, because sometimes the restaurants can get a little cool. But in all honesty, if you have a pair of jeans and a nice pair of black slacks and about 3 or 4 different shirts you can wear with those things, couple of shawls, that's it. You do not need more than that. Yes, it's okay to repeat what you wear, and no, nobody will notice. But packing for an Alaska cruise is only one of the types of cruises. If you are interested in how I pack for other cruises, check out this video right here. It is the packing I did when we did 4 cruises back to back to back to back.